It's a beautiful day for hiking today in Western Maryland. We're on the Meadow mountain trail. We opted for a short hike today, so it's just over a mile and a half to the overlook, to the top of Meadow Mountain, and then we'll head back down. So nice out and back today. Beautiful shady trail, very quiet. You can hear the breeze going through the trees. It's really nice. And it was supposed to be a pretty rainy, possibly stormy day, but we're actually having beautiful weather. It's kind of changed as the days progressed, and we have some sunshine out. So great day, thankful to be out here. Got a little creepy crawly. He's going somewhere. It's always nice to stop for the small things that you can find along the way. Might make your hike take a little longer, but you get to enjoy it all, take it all in. Pretty good variety of trees out here. Until the mountain laurel had just bloomed. All the flowers are kind of in the brown stage right now. But lots of trees. It's one of the things I've been working on in my self-confidence study has been focusing on or recognizing the negative thoughts or negative self-talk. And I thought it was good that they've been having you recognize it in a few different ways and then kind of come at it in a few different ways. Two of my favorites that kind of I think are most helpful to me. One was like to identify a negative thought, and then identify how it was true and how it was false. How was it not true? And I thought that was good because there's a reason why you feel or you think that negative thing. There's some sort of emotion that sparks the thought. So I thought it was good to acknowledge, like, there's a reason why you have that thought, but to then follow it up with the positive and recognize why it's not true. So that has been really helpful. And then the other one that I thought was great was to identify the negative self-talk, and instead of coming at it with saying what is the truth, because when you're having that negative thought about yourself, for people that struggle with it anyway, like that is, you feel like that's the truth. It's hard to see it any other way. And so instead it has you say what a friend or a wise mentor or a family member, that how would they respond to you? What would they say in response to that negative thought? And so it kind of helps you maintain perspective, because while you see something as this huge negative, everybody else around you probably does not. They probably don't think anything of it. But it's hard when you're being hard on yourself. So it's kind of good to be changing the way I'm looking at those things. Trying to grow a little bit each day. I haven't heard any animals or anything out here, but You can just hear the wind and the creaking of the trees blowing in the wind. It's pretty cool. Lots of ferns growing. Alright, so really opened up here. I guess there's fire road access up here for the last 200 yards of the trail or so. We're coming up to the overlook now. So the last quarter to half mile was a little bit of a climb, but not too bad. It's a beautiful view though. A little platform you can go up on. Definitely sunny out here. So pretty. Beautiful day. I was definitely impressed by the view we were able to get by only hiking in on an easy trail a little more than 1.5 miles. So that was awesome. I definitely recommend this hike if you're in the area. Beautiful and so quiet. There were no cars in the parking lot, nobody on the trail. Got a little wormy on me crawling. Let me get him off. Oh, he doesn't want to come off. There he goes. Like a baby inchworm or something. So with self-confidence being a struggle, I know I'm not the only one that struggles with it, but people that don't always understand it. So it's nice when somebody does, and the people around you that love you are able to understand it enough. And there's been plenty of occasions in which Caleb has tried to be supportive when I'm being down on myself or struggling with something like that. And his immediate thought is, I wish you could see yourself the way I see you and think of yourself the way I do. And for people that have faith, I think a lot of times that's something that they think of with God, like how God sees them is different than we see ourselves, and He loves us unconditionally. And so I always appreciate when Caleb is saying that he loves me for who I am, and that doesn't matter with other. If I can't do something right, that's okay. I'm not supposed to be able to do everything. And little words of encouragement are helpful on my journey to work self-confidence and positive self-talk. So like this morning we were doing yoga, and we have a lot of fun doing yoga. We were outside on the porch doing it. It was great, beautiful. I had a big old smile at one point because there were deer walking up behind Caleb. We were facing each other, so he didn't see the deer. But it was just so fun, a beautiful day outside with the trees and wind and sunshine, and then the deer come. It was so fun. But anyway, when we were doing one of the poses that required more flexibility, he just said, this is on a list of things that comes easy to you. And it was just a sweet reminder that there are always going to be things that are easier and more difficult for each of us. And so that, thankfully, is something I get to enjoy doing. And then those other things, it's okay. He crushed me in pool last night, and that's okay. So it's all good, all part of the journey about learning and loving yourself. I think that's why it's so important to be positive influences and role models for young people. They're going through such trouble sometimes. They need the words of wisdom and the encouragement to be themselves and embrace the journey before them. So, all fun. So we're heading back out, not too far from the end of the trail, taking in all the fresh air. There's a lot fewer ferns in this one section than others, but still some, sparsely. I hope you get out for some fresh air today. Breathe in and breathe out and find some positive thoughts to encourage yourself. I'll see you next time on the trail with Heart.